Let the nervous kid follow that. Did it. This is just a brief sample from a book I wrote called Sing Like a Bomb. When you go, you don't necessarily just go. Millions of familiar images flutter and explode behind your eyes all at once, but mainly you concentrate on what it means to die. The pain of it all, and how it's going to affect those who will give a shit that you're dead. See if I can't narrow in on what's happy instead. The snow cone man and his mesmeric jingle, the smell of a broke-in baseball glove, things simple and clean. So I dig deep, claw and sift through, till the body remembers the dry grab of a tire swing in Dover, Arkansas, hanging like a tarnished medallion from the neck of a crooked old cleric. Withered ropes swung under and tied in navy knots. Sunburned, freckled nostrils struggle to recall the heavy perfume of Granny Lewis's benign ghost. The shadow humming unlearned psalms just before the screen door slams. Images of ugly babies writhing on each of her proud hips crowds my heart, temporarily stalling the invasion of tears. I spent 2 months in the Ozarks every summer, and every summer I climbed that damn tree and stabbed at the throat of its stubborn bark to remind me of how often I was left alone. Its ever-patient, golden-green crown shimmered handsomely under the sun, sheltered me while the witches beat jamboree in the distance, almost unsung. Behind the limb I never could reach, above the rusty shed where my grandpa hid his homemade hooch, past the pump house and over the hills I was born to fear. Moments so brief and appropriately juvenile stand out now, miniature masterpieces of modern stamina. It even had a name, the tree. Jeremy Myers named it Quincy because he thought it was sweet. The recollection shook me like the hollow voice of God, then receded, as the cold comfort of being fooled always does. I'm fucking dying. Everybody here knows it. Their faces already reflect that new world satisfaction. There's glory in it, I reckon, but didn't expect my montage to be so flat and sapless. Need a palette and brush for a retouch, a pocket knife to spread the colors out and give them texture. Wait until dry, then close my green eyes for good. Run what's left of my splinter-speared fingertips across the it has become. All along the scraggy spine and ridges. Feel wear and time I'm taking. Dropped out of college after me and what's-her-name call it quits. Used the excuse that I wasn't being challenged to appease those concerned because I thought it was hot shit. But that just made me sound stupid, like using the word appease did just then. Most kin agreed that college isn't for everyone, while a handful of friends said a taste of the real world on a hot roof or knee-deep in chicken guts would send my ass howling back to school. I didn't really give a shit about any of it. It wasn't romantic. I was just bored and didn't want to be here anymore. A man can educate himself in lots of ways that don't involve classrooms or smelly-ass chickens, too. The real world doesn't terrify me as often as it irritates and disappoints me, and I'm a lazy piece of shit anyhow. Terrified of math, skipping lectures I would have enjoyed to smoke pot and read books that won't matter. Sometimes I just flip through the pages, whiffing their antique breeze. It sort of puts me to sleep, and my mind wanders obscure with such impunity that I let it be, somewhere else and not nowhere. Safe and sound in one of Mr. Riley's sketches of the great forest of Bursey, or sitting atop that big-ass rock off Longpool when you're round the second corner, having a beer and watching the rafters float by. Families, like the Simmons, waving at me. Everyone's excited and happy, but there's some whoppers ahead, I promise. Holes in the yard dug for each of you. Y'all best hold tight. I want to say it now, but it don't seem right. Hurt can be good. No, I'm not. Just another Joe. Come on now. Crybaby middle American whose skin color never worked to his advantage, who's apologized enough by now to be alright with giving up. Don't stereotype me already. I don't feel sorry for myself much. As a matter of necessity, I walked on water and been a soldier since the day I was conceived. Young buck trying his best to use what he knows like a full-grown man who's seen shit, lived to tell about some shit. Come on, everybody, let's rally around him in his time of need. Let's believe him. Banners drop, drums roll. Yeah, sure. The party collapses, and the entire world conspires against him. Now we have Mr. James Dexter Lee.